see my shows. Thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por lo mío, José. 360 is your deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico. Tomé el maquinón, voy subiendo.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Blake Groupie out, ready to send this away. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. Return starts from the goal line. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, and they go right back to him. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Madison again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Minshew looking to throw. Has a man, it's Madison. Get some space around midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Minshew working from the gun. On the move, headed right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
can't cover it much better than that really well-covered bait on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Minshew. Jump off caught by his back. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with first and goal. To the ground with Madison. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing, proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
So now, here's third and goal. Quick throw left side, complete. Touchdown! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Going to the ground again on first. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of a defense.
Jukes one defender. Into the red zone! And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. 9 yards on that play, and they're just a yard out now on 2nd and goal. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Kamara. And he's in for the touchdown. The Saints finish off their opening drive. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Now this is the continuation of one of the greatest scoring seasons in recent memory, Brock. For the first time since 2006, we've got a running back who's reached 20 touchdowns in a single season. That one right down the middle. And the Saints respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Madison. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Carl Granderson in on the tackle.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Minshew. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They go with Madison here. Escapes a defender. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at 1st down here. Here's the give to Madison. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
They'll go right back to Madison. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. And play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll run. This is Madison. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
He has it at the 13. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And the Saints will get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, or as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Carr with it on 1st. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And it's going to be 2nd down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Back to the air, Carr. He sends this one to the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Jack Jones has got it. And the Raiders take over as he records his 10th career INT.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. And you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
He'll get this one to Adams. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the gun, a run for Madison. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and long, it's Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. He'll get it at the 9. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Another run for Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle, instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. And now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Carr to the air now. Gets this to Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's a give inside to Kamara. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Ryan Diablo there on the tackle. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Carr setting to throw. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Carr. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. They'll run with Kamara. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another shot for Kamara. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun. It's Carr. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 4th and goal, too good to pass up. I love this. They're going for it in the lead. Running for it, Kamara. And he hauls it across for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get some late points and the lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. He stopped on the return at the 27. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Throwing on first is Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the back.
And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Shaheed now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. From the shotgun, Carr. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
No return on that punt. And it'll be Raider football. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Up the middle they go with Madison. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
That one complete to Turner. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Let's come in here, Brock Minshew. That's complete. Here's Madison. Has some room to work. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders start the 2nd half with some needed points. Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Shaheed now to return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running left, this is Kamara. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Their rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
They go play action with Cobb. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Carr throwing on 3rd. He's going deep this time. Tried connecting with Brown, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Running right, it's Madison. And defenders are there to get him at the line. And play wrapped up by DeMario Davis. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for Raiders 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Out of the gun, Madison. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. Coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Throwing here, Minshew. This throw is caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Minshew now on 3rd down. And that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. To the ground with Madison. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There's no question that offensively you're disappointed when you're in these goal to go and you go backwards. But this is one of those situations, Kate, where I got to give a tremendous amount of credit to that defense. That surge, that want to, that leverage to not just stop them at the point of attack, but knock them 2 yards backwards.
Minshew looking to throw. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Shaheed now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Counter give to Kamara. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, you'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And off headed right, Kamara. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Carr off the play fake. The pass ball's incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Got to stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And this one does not go far.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Carr staring down a 3rd and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And they get to this one inside the 10. Looks like they stopped it right at the 9-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go with Madison here. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Brought in by Turner. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's Madison. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's Madison again. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
Win the early battle. Get a little wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout too. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
On the 44-yard line now, first and 10. They'll go right back to Madison. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Raiders leading by 7. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. And he's going to take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Second down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. They give it to Madison. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. Final kneel down here, and that should put a bow on this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports.